What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to another PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today we have some awesome topics for you guys. Hopefully everything is going well in your day. I am doing fantastic, so let's go ahead and get right into this news. Sonic Forces launches on November 9th in Japan. This is officially confirmed. Now, the Western release date is yet to be announced, but let's get into this article first. So, Sonic Forces will launch on the PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox One in Japan on November 9th, Sega has announced. The PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch versions of the game will be released both physically and digitally for 5,990 yen. The Xbox One version will be digital-only release for 5,980 yen. And by doing that, they have pretty much confirmed in Japan that the game is absolutely irrelevant for that country as far as Japan goes with the digital-only release, while it's physical on the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. For those who don't know why they're doing this, the Xbox One in Japan sells around 70 to 100 something units on any given week. It's a complete flop, and it's Microsoft's worst system when it comes to sales-wise in Japan ever. This is really bad for them, so that's the reason why it's digital only. I don't think it really matters in the end. So anyway, Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 will have physical releases in Japan, and then it will be digital only. I'm pretty sure in North America it will be physical and digital on all of the platforms, because the Xbox is bigger as far as Europe and in America than it is in Japan. Now, in North America and in Europe, Sonic Forces will be slated for release this holiday. There is not any official confirmation at this point, but we'll also be getting a PC version here in the States and also in Europe, whereas Japan does not get that PC version. Plus, we have some new screenshots, and of course there's information coming out of Gamescom 2017. So this is actually pretty cool. I'm looking somewhat forward to Forces because we've done this before, right? It's the Sonic curse. It might be somewhat broken, but at the same time, the Sonic like 3D curse, that is still kind of going, okay? Where games, yes, are okay, but is it going to be that amazing experience, that experience that we used to get back in the day? Will it be rated as highly as even Sonic Mania? We have to wait and see on that one. We still haven't seen enough as far as the gameplay and everything on this game for me to make a definitive mark here or there when it comes to how good the game is. Plus, I need to get it in my hands. We still need to find out Nintendo Switch version. How is that running? Is it still 30 frames or 60 frames? I mean, compared to what the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC are doing. So there's still a lot of questions to be answered, and hopefully they will be answered sometime soon once we get some review copies or once we get some more content coming in on all the versions of the game. So what do you guys think about Sonic Forces when it comes to it? Make sure you check out the screenshots, link in the description below. Let me know what you guys think about Sonic Forces and all the stuff that we've seen so far on the game. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Atlus has finally established a European publishing division, and it will handle titles on its own going forward. So, Atlus has established a European publishing team in London and will handle the European publishing of its own titles going forward, the company has announced. Previously, the company used third-party publishing partners such as NIS America and most recently Deep Silver to bring its titles to European territories. The new team currently features commercial director Simone Each and will add a public relations manager and a product marketing manager in due course. The three staffers will operate out of Sega Europe's offices in London. According to Atlus, the move will allow them to release the special edition sets and products that they currently offer in North America and other markets. Quote, "It's a strong example of the growth we are experiencing as a company," said Jacob Nareen, I probably said that wrong, senior PR manager at Atlus USA. "Publishing in Europe is simply the next step for us. And what this means initially for fans is a parity for launch and premium editions. From a business perspective, we'll be better positioned to address the need of each market in which we release our titles." So this is something that has been long overdue by Atlus. Nobody should be like super applauding this or like, yay, like 100%, because they should have done this a while ago. Atlus is no longer a super small company. They're not that small anymore. They're owned by Sega. They're a bigger company. They make a bunch of titles. This should have happened quite some time ago. This should have happened years ago, because the European users have been getting screwed over when it comes to Atlus titles for way too long, or there'd just be times where the games, they don't even know if it's going to be coming. It would just take so long because they have to work through Deep Silver or work through NIS or work through some other companies in order to just publish the same game that America's playing in like the UK, like the same language sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's uncalled for European users to be treated like that. And that happened a lot with 3DS titles, with just multiple games, no special editions. Look, there's more important things, obviously, in the world than complaining about some video games, but it's just unfortunate that a company the size of Sega and Atlus didn't get this done sooner. Now, with all that being said, and my crying and complaining being done, it's good that they're finally doing this. I have a number of users that are out there in the UK. Some of my favorite people as far as my users and people who are on the channel, moderators, are from there. So I truly feel for all of you guys that you'll be able to get some parity when it comes to Atlus titles, because we all know, everyone pretty much here, as far as Nintendo fans, we all like Atlus games, whether it's the Nintendo 3DS, the Wii U, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and other stuff like that. They've been pretty on point when it comes to their titles. They're good. So it's good to see that they're going to be doing this, and I'm looking forward to seeing the UK and the rest of Europe get these titles on time. And Atlus just doing a great job in terms of offering the special editions and content that they offer everywhere else to our friends across the pond. Alright, and moving on to the final article here. Digital Foundry has went hands-on with Skyrim on the Nintendo Switch, and they were actually pleasantly surprised with how well the game ran in portable mode. Now, there's a few caveats that they did mention, and I won't go over everything, but I do want to read just a slice of the article here, and of course you'll see the video of them playing the game as well. Gamescom 2017 has offered a few exciting stories for Digital Foundry so far, but the playable debut of the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim at the Nintendo booth proved to be a genuine surprise, and the good news is the port is looking very strong. Nintendo showcased the title running in handheld mode on 3 Switch units with a full-on black box dev kit attached screen also present. Unfortunately, we didn't get to try the game on this system. Gamescom attendees are given 15 minutes with the title and the opportunity to explore and go anywhere within that time constraint. We played on one of the handheld units, and the key takeaway is that even in mobile mode, Skyrim offers up a polished slice of gameplay. On the handheld screen, the title looked like it was rendering at native 720p, and while graphics comparisons aren't really viable on the show floor, especially on mobile screens, the Switch version of Skyrim delivered an accomplished mobile experience. It's the consistency in performance that's really impressive, especially compared to the last-gen versions of the game. The wobbly frame rate with hitching and stuttering during traversal and combat simply aren't an issue on the Nintendo Switch. That 30 frames per second is as close to locked as you can get, while the Switch GPU, especially in its modestly more clocked mobile mode, can't really match the latest generation of consoles. The system does have the benefit of tapping into far more available memory than the last generation versions of the game. On top of that, instant access to assets via flash memory as opposed to mechanical hard drives or DVDs should definitely help the title's streaming systems. Now, while it might have been a surprise to them that this game is running so well, it was not a surprise to me that it was running so well, because in the first year of the Nintendo Switch, heck, the first 9 months, Nintendo was able to get a game as big as Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which will be several times larger than Skyrim, on the Nintendo Switch in that first 9 months, which is really impressive, but you have to have the tech that backs it up. You have to have the developers and the tech, and I think the Nintendo Switch, with that fast access memory, being able to be the type of system that it is, the efficient ARM processor, if you really sit down and take your time and make sure that you code for a game, you can get big open world games like this running very well on the system, even in portable mode. And if you can build your system around the strengths of the Nintendo Switch, or you can port and take the time, you're going to get fantastic results, and you're definitely going to get much better results than the PS3 and Xbox 360, because just from a pure design standpoint, the Nintendo Switch is far more efficient and far better than those systems. We're not talking about graphical power or anything like that. Just from a design standpoint, efficiency standpoint, it's a small portable device. It outputs such a small frequency when it comes to watts. As far as the watts that it outputs, it's quiet and it's nowhere near as loud as other devices, and it's stronger. So to me, it's not really a surprise. I know they were surprised, because Digital Foundry really deals with a lot of the higher powered systems. They're always looking at all the intricate tech and everything that goes into a PS4 Pro and PC, Xbox One X, so of course the Nintendo Switch doesn't quite stack up to those systems. But also if you look at it like Skyrim Remastered, that came out on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and those were 30 frames per second. And this game on the Nintendo Switch, as far as Skyrim, it's pretty much the remastered version of the game, and it's running at pretty much as stable, if not more stable, than those systems from what they've seen so far. Plus that native 720p resolution, those ones are in 1080p as far as on the PS4 and Xbox One. This is in 720p, so maybe it's more optimized for that as well. So we'll have to wait and see what it is when it's docked, see how it runs when it's there, if it bumps up to 1080p or if it's like a 900p or they're using some type of dynamic scaling. But either way, I'm actually excited about this. The footage looks great, although I will correct one thing that they said in the video. They said this is like a world exclusive of them playing the game, and it's definitely not a world exclusive of them playing the game. There have been other YouTubers that have gotten a chance to play Skyrim portably. I think IGN did, and I think also Philip, he also played it, and there's been some other places as well, so it definitely wasn't a world exclusive or anything like that. Maybe in Europe it was, but definitely not here in the States. There's gameplay of Skyrim before they did it here. So let me know what you guys think about Skyrim on the Nintendo Switch, in addition to all the different articles that we talked about in this video. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier and be entered in to win some awesome prizes each month. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and $10 prize eShop tournaments from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, and more. Support PE Live and PE Arena right here on PlayerEssence. Also make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you ninja for the next video. Peace.